Titan time.
Hi guys, and welcome to another stream. So in this video we are trying something different to answer the worst enemies of Amulet, and I mean we added 3 Celestial Purge to try to answer the main problems, Blood Moon and Grief mainly. The only problem is that this is a white card, so we need to do few changes in the mana base to allow us to rely on this, which probably are not enough right now, but let's see, and we are here to learn things and experimenting. We have Crumbling Vestige, 3 Celestial Sanctuary, even Gemstone Cavern can produce white mana. Expedition map to fetch for the white sources. Dryad, once in play, make us produce white mana. The Boros Garrison, of course. And we added a Thornlight Bridge, which can take with card. We have the Pyrexian Metamorph, which can copy Amulet, yes, to have some mana, but mainly some big creatures like Solitude, Fury, or Ring, things like that. And here we have the current package, and 1 gemstone for the games we are on the draw, and Force of Vigor for Saga, Artifacts, and so on. Dismember for all the creature-based decks. We want to try, and I want to try to do something different in the Blood Moon matchups, because in those matchups Amulet is actually almost useless once the opponent deploys the Blood Moon, and if he doesn't, I think we can still manage to steal a win, but we really need something different, because once Blood Moon is in play, Amulet has no value, because bounce lengths are simply mountain, and this is just a piece of paper. So once we are against Blood Moon decks, I want to try to take away Amulet, and maybe just add some more answers to Blood Moon. But let's see, because we still need to figure out how to sideboard properly. 1 Sakura Tribelder instead of Azusa, because again we want the mana, we want the basics, and 2 Timber Symbiosis, and no Mycosynth Garden, even if it could be an interesting white source, one more white source. We can try in the next videos. But I want the Radiant, I want the Calmi, and I want the Gemstone. Even the Boseiju, we start with 1, let's see how it goes. Maybe 2 is the correct number, but let's see. Let's start with the first match.
And here we go. Let's start round number 1 against Mono Red. It starts with the Mountain Pass, which is really good that it doesn't start with the Ragavan. So we can start with the Urza Saga and be much more relaxed about it, because we don't fear the turn 2 Blood Moon, which can be back-breaking if it becomes also a sort of Stone Rain. We continue with the Sakura, which is pretty good to develop mana. I'm considering the idea of putting more of this Sakura in the deck, because I really want to feel the 2 mana drop, because I really need to fix the Scam matchup, and considering the transforming sideboard, I want to try. This is a problem because we have almost finished the forest, but was saying that we want the basics to play around Blood Moon, and also against this kind of deck, Mono Red, having basics, at least 2 in play is very important, since we want to resolve the Dryad, and having access to green mana, then playing Dryad, then transforming all the non-basic lands in all type of mana sources can be very relevant. But let's get back to the game. We were able to develop our Titan, and opponent plays his own giant, but our is much bigger and stronger. And since we played the Dryad, Valakut, and easy win. Right in time because we had finished the basics, but we were able to steal that win. In the sideboard, let's try this Celestial Purge that answers Blood Moon, Ragavan, and in the right matchups also all the black problematic permanents. We side out one Pact because I don't like Pact when opponent plays Blood Moon, and one Saga especially to rely less on that. Maybe on the play we can get back to the fourth Saga, but let's try this. We have the Possession hand, which is good, but for the rest this hand is terrible. But we have the Karn, so if the opponent has not much pressure, we should be able to develop our game. Opponent, Stone of Erech against us. Opponent must really have a very short sideboard. I don't know, maybe if he plays a Karn too, so he has not so many slots. Because this is really a card that should come out against us. Now, Grazer, what do we want to do here? Because we really want the green mana. Turn 3 is the turn of the truth to see if he has the Blood Moon or not. So yes, in this way we always have the Possession end. If we and he plays Saga, so probably it doesn't play Blood Moon, but just relies on some sort of Field of Ruin land hate. But yes, our Saga are much stronger than yours, opponent. I'm sorry. We take an Hour Might, so we can Stone Rain him. Fury. Fury is nice. But yes, if it doesn't stay in play, it's not a big deal. I don't understand why the opponent is so attached to that artifact. He hasn't cycled it yet. Okay, let's play Might. Yeah, so we do the construct. And your turn. We could also have played Dryad and shoot. I don't know, maybe playing the construct is the best. Okay, one less Valakut, one more basic, which feel safer. Block. And opponent is probably dead, because if we solve an hasty Titan, I don't see opponent coming back from this. Amulet from Saga, Titan, which becomes a hasty Titan. This is a no-brain choice. I don't think that Mono Red is well positioned in this meta. Okay, this is a terrible hand, but since we are on the play, we have the Saga, we can hope. Worst case scenario, we play the... that's a problem. Okay, not great, not terrible. So we can champ the Ragavan, denying him the treasure. Next turn, Saga resolves, and we get an Amulet. Okay. Or, no, yes, Amulet. We can get the map for the cavern, but yes, I think that Amulet is still the best option here. So we can do this, we can play again that, so we get another plant, we develop the mana, and next turn we can play the Titan if it taps out. Otherwise we can simply transmute Tolaria for okay, goodbye my friend. Ragavan gets in, get the treasure. Great. Main Blood Moon. Main deck Blood Moon. Okay. Our only hope here is to keep the Dryad in play. Or play Sakura. Yeah, maybe. Yes, just play Sakura so we have the second green mana. And next turn we can sack Sakura. No, yeah, we want to block right now. Otherwise, with double Amulet, Sakura actually becomes a sort of right. I really want to try the version with more Sakura. Maybe 1-4 explore for Sakura, something crazy like that. This turn is lost because we need to pay for Pact. Ragavan gets in. Oh, you can have the Dryad. So that means that opponent has triple blue. And if we get a Titan, we have some hope to get back in play. And counterspell, of course. And from now on, I think you're not going anywhere. Unless we get a Boseiju into Dryad, into shooting with Valakut, but it's a pretty desperate plan. Yes, main deck Blood Moon is really a huge problem for this deck, unfortunately. Pay for Pact. Dryad, which gives us some hope. But with the opponent with so many cards left in hand, it's not lost yet. Okay, we still can hope to find the Boseiju. Otherwise, opponent wins next turn. But yes, he has 5 cards in hand. It's really, yeah, and that's not a Boseiju. Sideboard, let's try Celestial Purge and Dismember. Take away the Amulet because he has the Blood Moon. And let's try the Relic for sure. Might, because can trade with Ragavan and can remove Blood Moon. Yes, Sanum is not essential. Yeah, let's try this Celestial Purge. But the problem is that he has also many blue menaces, which can be really problematic. This is pretty good because we have double Amulet if we get to reach that point of the game. Opponent starts with explosives, of course, and that's the problem. Okay, Celestial Purge with no white mana. Maybe the mono plane with the Sakura. We should play more Sakura, maybe. Celestial Purge can be a really nice card because answers both Grief, Blood Moon, Ragavan before it gets banned. Now, what do I want to do here? Because next turn Saga resolves and it can get crushed by the explosives. Okay, let's start with Sakura because I want the basic. Okay. Okay, yes, because if I get the double Amulet, I can get to ramp with the Sakura. Take 1 mana. Here... I forgot that I don't have the double Amulet. Oops. Okay, maybe we just can take the relic, but now if opponent crashes explosives is a problem, we can do this. So we have green mana. Yeah, we lost. The problem now opponent can also crash Grazer with the explosives, but we need to ramp. We really rely on that card to do something. How to play around explosives, but I think it's simply too late now. Yes, if I would have played differently, I would have one more mana, but okay. Let's just don't waste the relic, and we have the Titan, which is good. Opponent passes, no lands, but that means that probably has a lot of beef in the hand. Just eat with our Sakura. The the really important point is the 16 life of the opponent, but since he plays fetches and shock lands, he also has to reach that limit, because 16 is the point where the Titan has double strike and can really one shot the opponent. Haven't seen that coming, but I hope that that opens the way for the card next turn. This is good, so means that we have the Titan mana the turn after. Card doesn't resolve, of course. One damage after one, and he had the third land, and he had the basic, and that means that he has to. And of course, now we don't have the card. We could have waited, but okay. Now we really need or another basic or car or something. Yeah, we also that's nice. Also Dryad can be good, because play Dryad means that we can produce white mana for resolving the Blood Moon. Ragavan, it's what Sanctuary, okay. Resolve the Blood Moon. You can have, okay, a breeding pool, I guess. Resolve the channel. Unfortunately, we just have to dive. Non può entrare. Counterspell. Ok. Maybe has finished the counterspells. Let's hope. Ragavan gets in, gets another bounce land. We with the bounce. Okay, so now we also have a lot of pressure. Please resolve. Stop it. Stop. Okay. Not great, not terrible. And the champ blocker. Okay. Okay. And we are screwed. Okay, now he has a lot of pressure, but we can always hope into Karn Bridge. Do we still play the bridge? We don't go anywhere from here. But I think we still have one turn, but with opponent with so much lives. 6 card in hands. Yes, this is a really tough matchup, because once we Fury, okay, we go down to 1, and even if we get the Titan, we don't have enough mana to transmute. Okay. Alright, finally a decent end, but something even more than decent. With triple amulet, we just need the bounce land to really start strong. We even the plan with the saga and constructs can be very interesting here, and we get immediately the bounce land. Nice. Yes, just deploy all the amulets we have. Opponent cycles for another swamp. And yes, next turn. Okay, second 2. Now we really have tons of mana. I don't. I'm thinking about what he could have, but I don't think he can get out from here. Yes, this is definitely not a fair play, but for once we are on the lucky part of the table. Titan on turn 3. We can just do it again, maybe. Because with triple amulet, if we get Tolarian the bounce land, we reach 9 mana. And 9 mana means that we can spend 3 to transmute and other 6 to play the Titan. But yeah, just give it haste. Should be good. Let's play construct. Even if he resolves the Titan. Oops, we played the pact. This is a terrible, terrible play. No, because we still have the Grazer. Okay. No, okay. Yes, I haven't seen that coming. But fortunately, we can still play the Grazer, play the bounce land, and so we can pay the pact. Okay, this could be really funny if we lose from this spot. Because I haven't played another Titan because that means that I have to pay for 2 packs next turn and not just one. And that could be really problematic because every Titan gets up to 4 lands, but if he resolves one, it means that we could have not been able to reach the 8 mana, 4 of which must be green to pay for the 2 packs. So maybe this actually was the safer line. Maybe yes, I should have just think more about it. But okay, we are lucky. We get another Titan and we get to develop our mana. Opponent is protected by the ring, but unless he has something like Karn Bridge next turn, we should be able to close the game. Or yes, I mean another ring can buy him a turn. We don't play anymore the fetches because that could have been a way to sneak some damages into his turn with the, I don't know, Chuvalakut and the fetch. But we don't really have the space in the main deck for any other land. Even the lands we are playing steal some important slots for Mykosin Garden, which I don't really like that much because it's too all in, let's say, as a card. Um, but yes, card is not really shining here. Maybe we just need to put more ramping spells into the deck and play the cultivator as a plan B. Because the problem of the card is that he can, here against the ring could be really good. But many deck who plays, which plays Blood Moon also plays a lot of pressure, and Karn is not really great in dealing with pressure, especially in this really creature-based aggressive meta. But we really need to find a way to deal with Blood Moon. I have few ideas in mind, but let's see what we can do here. Opponent plays another ring, so he buys another turn, but we have so much land drops. Now we can pressure with the Saga Colossus even if he has the Damnation. Because our constructs are really big right now. 3 amulets, 4, 5. So we can also steal the win with the constructs even if he plays the nation, then we have another Tolaria. We should be covered. Opponent draws. Yeah, of course, yes. Okay, now. Or we play construct, or well, we have even tons of mana. We don't even need to make a choice. He could have another Shieldred Edict, so we can't actually rely too much on Titan. We bounce the Saga, so we can play another more constructs in the following turns. Now he also has the pressure of the ring. Let's see what we got. Dryad, okay. And now we can transmute for Titan much more safely. Because even if he has the edict, now we can sacrifice the Dryad. And we have really some huge pressure going on here. Triggers, triggers, triggers. Tons of mana. And opponent. Yes. Okay. I don't know what the name of the card. Okay. The Black Bolt with all the card it draws from the ring is really a nice card. Titan, the fifth Titan of the game. And yes, just have the plan B with the construct. If he has another domination, he only has 2 cards in hand. Maybe he should replay something like the Grief combo, the Doughty Voidwalker, because the problem of Mono Black is that he let us play our spells, so we still get tons of value from the Titan. Uh, just play safe in case he has, I don't know, something like Dumping Sphere, and we can't pay for Pact, and we die in that stupid way. Opponent at 1, which means that he has pressure for many multiple angles. Okay, what do we want here? Gemstone for sure, since we are on the play. We don't need Radiant since it doesn't pressure us. Pyrexian to copy the ring. No, I don't know. Relic for cling to dust, but I don't know. I don't know why I've decided in Relic. Okay. Opponent starts strong with the Toxize, but we have a that slows us significantly. Land go. Opponent, that's unfortunate. It means that we shouldn't play the bounce land, but we don't have actually so much options here. And yes, some pressure actually in Orcish Bowmaster and another Toxize, and we are left with 3 packs in hand. Okay, just play the map. Opponent has perfect informations, but just 2 damage a turn is not that big of a deal. Ring, okay. Yes, okay. This is okay. We are definitely all right. Oops, I passed the turn by mistake. So and that really put us too much behind. Okay, this is actually a very good hand. Amulet on turn 1 with the Saga means that we can do construct, we can do many things from here. And we could also do if we had the Azusa, but just play in this way. Okay, Toxize. This means that we have a turn 3 Titan, because next turn we can crack the Saga, and this means that I can't think a card that can actually screw us. So we just reach the 6 mana, play Titan, make it hasty. Okay, this was risky, because if the opponent has the black bolt, it could have killed the Titan, pinching a lot of cards in hand. But and we could have died from Pact. But okay, I guess he has not. Yeah, maybe I should play a little bit slower and think more about this kind of risky plays. And now opponent has 3 mana. I have pressure on the board. I have tons of mana. I have Saga. I have another Titan in hand right now. Yeah, this is really hard to get back from. And opponent. Okay, I don't have a Titan anymore. And I have a debt to pay for. But yes, that's 4 mana. I get 3. But with double amulet, play bounce land. I can't make it tasty. But yes, that's another Titan coming. This is even not from a pact. And ready for another round. This end is not great, but we have double Saga, which means double Amulet by turn 4. Worst case scenario, if we don't get the green mana, we can get them up for that. And that's our worst matchup. Okay, starting strong with the Ragavan, but we are pretty good top decking green mana. Yes, we play the Grazer, even if it's not that mana efficient. But in this way, we can block the Ragavan, avoiding the turn 2 block, which is our worst nightmare with 2 Saga in play. Bolt on Grazer, which means that at least we don't get Blood Moon, and we can get an amulet from the Saga. Here we could do a construct, or we can just deploy the explore, and I think we just take 1 mana, because we always have the other Saga to do that. Now the problem is that we don't have the green bounce land, but we have 2 land drops. Now we have the double green if he has Blood Moon. Yes, I'm a little bit obsessed with Blood Moon, but that's really actually the real beat down for Amulet. Now we can have the construct to exchange with Ragavan. And yes, trade. Okay, this is good. Opponent, 4 mana and grief. Okay, but this is perfect since we have double Titan in hand, technically. So takes one enters, unless he has another grief, but he has to pinch 2 cards. And we have the construct. Okay, now we also have the green bounce land. Okay. Now, no, we can't make it tasty because we have Vesuva in play, unfortunately. Okay. No, yes, we can. I'm down because yes, we let the Boros Garrus on untapped, take layers and something we like. We also have the double basic, because fun fact, Vesuva is a non-basic land, but if you copy a basic, Once Blood Moon gets in, it remains a basic forest. Gets in with the Titan, get other lands, and yes, play around Blood Moon. This is not a great play if he has a way to remove the Titan, but at least we have the Boseiju to play around Blood Moon. Maybe we should have taken another Saga, and no, but still think that this is the best plan. Okay, Fury with Immortal can be a huge problem, but okay, yes, ball. Oh no, okay. 4 cards to answer a Titan, and we have a lot of life to see something else. Now we can do a pretty huge construct and make it also hasty. 3 mana from Crumbling, and ace the construct. Get in for 6. Opponent down to 2. And opponent go down to 20. Yes, 20. 12. And yeah, another grief. But I don't think he can come back from this. No, nothing, but we can do another construct and make it ace. So, okay. Was lost on the table. Now, get in with the Celestial Purge and Dismember. Even a little bit of, I don't know, for Croxa, or yeah, to play around the Immortal trick. Away the Cavern, the Amulet, maybe 1 pact less is good. Yes, Sanum is not that relevant here. I don't know about the second pact, but we really need to go down. We want to try to keep the card to play around the Blood Moon. But yeah, we are experimenting. Let's try this. Okay. This is bad. We don't have the green, but at least we have the Dismember. Oh yes, this is great, because this means that he uses 3 cards to get a 4/4 double strike on turn 1, which is a pretty good play, but simply with Dismember we can do a 3/4 and hopefully get enough time to find something. Toxize is a problem, but it takes the wrong card, in my opinion, because okay, we still got the green mana, and we had another. Okay. But Explore was the card, in my opinion, to take with that Toxize. Relic down. Now we also control a little bit the graveyard. Okay, explosives for 1, I guess it's good. But we have the card. Now we can, yeah, let's take a, there is plenty of options. Yeah, Amulet, since you can't really like crush the explosives. Now, okay, remove even the Fury. 4 mana. Yeah, play the Amulet, play the Saga, and keep it going. Oops, we forgot to plus the card. Opponent plays 3. That's a problem, but always better than Blood Moon, at least. Kills our Amulet. But now, okay, great. We can minus for another Amulet, the one we decided out. And now we have mana for an hasty Titan. And this should put us, okay, very good. Opponent concedes. And ready for the last final match. Let's see what the destiny has for us. Okay, very good. Again on the play with a very good hand. We have all we need. We start with an amulet because if we get another one, we can do a turn 2 Titan. That's fair. Now we can do Grazer for bounce land, untapping, tapping, bounce, explore. This is great because we actually have 2 land drops left, and that means that we can do another. Yeah, we bounce the bounce land, so we have more mana next turn. And yes, this is a very strong turn 2 bird. Grazer holds the battlefield there, denying the treasure, and we reach the 6 mana. What do we want to bounce? Because we really want to deploy the mana, but I also want the double forest in case opponent has Blood Moon main deck, which okay, and opponent concedes pretty easily. In all the spells of before, let's try to side like we just did in the match before. That was pretty good, seems. Yes, wait 3 amulets and still 1 card, maybe a saga. Let's think about it. We really need to go down on 60. I don't remember what I got out before. Yeah, just take off a saga, I think. Alright. Not a great hand, but it's a really slow start. But at least we get to play around again. Blood Moon. Opponent, Doughty. Okay, fortunately we don't have the Titan in hand, because a very strong play is yeah, this is not bad for sure. A very strong play is Doughty into discard spell, into finding the Titan, so discarding the Titan, playing the Titan with Doughty. Grief. Okay. Discards. Explore. I don't got there. Okay. Okay. And now we could use 3 mana to transmute for Boseiju, break the Blood Moon, and still have 1 land to trigger Vesuva, if I'm not miscounting. But we can also play the card, removing the Chalice, and in this way we have the Titan next turn. Yeah, I think that this is a good play. We have Karn on 6 and another Blood Moon, and that's a problem because now we can't do the trick of before of transmuting and playing Boseiju in the same turn, but at least yes, not another Chalice, or we still have the card. Here, what do we want to do? We could Pyrexian for Dryad to re-unlock the color mana, but maybe just, yes, we can do an explosive on 3, which crashes our opponent board at the cost of our own Dryad, unfortunately. But since we can do it in in combat, we should be able to save Karn in case opponent has another Chalice. Sucks Daudi. Okay. Oh, okay. Explore. Okay, could have been much worse. Opponent really digging for finding answers. Just 2 cards in hand. Okay, I don't think that's a card for Amulet. Okay, and opponent concedes, and we are 4-1 against 2 scam. Good.